Hello and welcome to Husky Talk SNS. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I would like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. They are one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of Husky Talk, and there's going to be a Tesla in my driveway any day now. I'm counting on it. We have Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Renell Jump. They work with businesses, large and small, and they will save you money on your taxes or get you a nice big fat return. They will put together a strategic tax plan for you. So to schedule your free strategic tax planning session, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm. He is a phenomenal attorney. He's been out of Bridgeport for the last 8 years. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, a slip and fall, a construction beam fell on you at a site, your mother-in-law tried to run you over with her car, the Finch firm is for you. Pete has gone to war all over the state of Connecticut. He's not afraid of any insurance companies. He will get
I saw his
every
billboard.
dollar. I know, right?
Yeah, looks good.
I love the billboard. I love the
Yeah.
billboard, and I love the little video he did. I edited it into some of our podcasts when I have time. He will get you every dollar you deserve in compensation. All you have to do is go to thefinchfirm.com and he will go over your case. You will get a free consultation from him as well. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He works with boys and girls of all ages that play all sports. And he also started a brand new athletic development program where he will train you from the ground up in the sport of your choice and help you reach your full potential, be your best, and have an opportunity to play at the next level. Andre has sent many kids, boys and girls, all sports, to college on scholarships. So he has a 5,000 square foot facility in Hartford. It's state of the art. If you want to work with the best and have a chance to play at the next level, work with Andre, go to dynamichumanperformance.com. Down south, we have Julius Williams and the Trench Mob. Julius played in the NFL. He also played at UConn. Very successful career. And he has some of the best offensive and defensive linemen I have ever seen. As I've said, I don't know what they put in the water in Decatur, Georgia, but it is obviously something. He has an incredible coaching staff that works with him, incredible media personnel that gets your film up and gets it out there to all the coaches. He's had kids offered based off of the tournaments because every weekend, they go to a camp or a tournament and they do 5v5, which is one-on-ones for offensive and defensive linemen. And it's filmed and they put it up. They send it to the coaches and kids receive offers based right off of that film. So if you want a chance at a Division I scholarship, you need to work with Julius. He has sent kids to Florida, Florida State, Miami, Georgia, Clemson, Tennessee, Alabama, just to name a few. And he has contacts with everyone. So you can go to battleofthetrenches.com, sign up now, and work with Julius. And now for the man of the hour. We just saw him earlier on Husky Huddle, which is doing very well. Mr. Sean Mulcahy, former UConn defensive lineman and professional football player in many NFL camps in NFL Europe as well, and was such a great athlete, he was able to convert to play tight end. Sean, I love the background.
It's great, isn't it?
That is a great picture. So it was you, Uwe. Is that Fel Dyson?
Yeah. I give, Sean Fel Dyson, he came in with you as a walk-on kicker.
Yep.
Incredible story.
It is a great story, and I wish I could get him on. I wish I had Joe V talks to him. Joe V has to get him on for me. But it is an incredible story because, like you said, he came in, he kicked, and then on scout team, he wanted to do more, so he just started playing receiver. And the kid just worked and worked and worked. And by my senior year, he became a starter, had great numbers. And your senior year, he became a captain, and he put up great numbers. And I believe he was like all ECAC or all independent. Like he got some accolades.
Yeah, he was legit. He was a star.
Yeah, physically, I just remember the transformation of his body. Like he just became a beast.
Yeah.
I remember that. But nobody was smarter. He was a smart kid, and he really worked his ass off. And he was a good guy. I remember him. I would love to have him on the show. I had Dan Dagden on the show last night.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah. He was there for your freshman year, I believe.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome. It ended up going way too long, but it flowed well. So because I told him, I said, Dan, honestly, if it sucked, I would have, cut you off. But you were great because he had a very good memory. He was telling good stories, funny stories about his experience at stores.
I remember the joke because I was a freshman and he had to start a bunch of games. And didn't his weight get down to like 260 on the O-line?
He was a tight end.
Oh, right. My bad.
Yeah, what happened was
I guess I'm thinking of Darby.
It was Darby, but it came out of nowhere. Tommy got moved to fullback.
Yeah.
And then they played Dan and Rashad at tight end.
Yes. Okay.
So that was the year. Because I remember Tommy catching a touchdown pass when we played against Colgate, and he flipped the ball to the Husky dog. And everyone was just like, come on. Like that's just so Tommy. He just flipped the ball to the Husky dog, like, he's Jeremy Shockey.
Right.
I loved it. I loved it.
That's when he was number 89. Had he switched to 42 yet?
No, I don't think he did yet. I think he did his junior year.
Yeah.
I'd have to check. He really wanted that number, and I think John Taxel Toritas had that number. He might have gotten it that year because Taxi didn't come back. So he may have gotten it. I have to check.
I used to drive Taxi home.
You did?
Yes. My spring semester, he was finishing up his 5th year. And I don't know why Edsel
didn't. He didn't get a 5th year.
He was still in school my spring semester. So I don't know what he was.
Oh, okay. So he stayed. Yes, he stayed then for his 5th year. So Edsel must have made a deal with him to let him stay and work on his master's or whatever, but he couldn't play football.
But we could have used a good fullback like him. Like, he was a beast.
Dude, there were a lot of guys we could have used that he kind of, put the kibosh on.
Yeah.
Like, even, Brian Hoffman was a very good quarterback. He just struggled playing for Coach Edsel because Coach Edsel isn't the easiest guy to play for. He was tough to play for sometimes. Fezzi, Matt Fezcheck, incredible fullback.
Yes.
He was the bouncer at Huskies.
Yeah.
He was, again, another definition of bleeding blue.
Yeah.
He loved that team more than anything. And he was told that he was not coming back, which was unfortunate. But I mean, there was a good group of guys that didn't get their fifth year because of Coach Edsel wanted those scholarships. I can't believe you drove taxi. Taxi kicked the fuck out of me. It beat me up in the locker room after a practice.
Several times, drove him home several times, and his body count is like better than Rambo's. Like, he is. I'm so happy. I'm still friends with Taxi to this day.
Are you really?
Yeah, I do see him. I see him a lot.
Oh my God.
Not a lot. I see him like probably once a year.
Dude, tell him, just if shoot him a text, ask him if he wants to come on your podcast.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I
He's
would
still
love to have
crazy
him
and
on.
hysterical. He's hysterical.
Yeah, because he's Greek. The Greeks are crazy.
Yeah, out of his mind. And he's doing great. He's really successful.
Yes.
And
yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah, like he's a hard worker. Like, no matter what he did, it was 100%. And I would have loved to have had him on our team because we needed players like that. We needed like ass kickers and like
we did. We needed people with attitude.
Yeah.
We needed people who were badasses. We had a lot of nice guys.
And we were also starting a lot of young players that should not have been playing.
Yes. A lot of guys played is like me. I played as a true freshman, and it was a waste. I played in like 5 games, a total of probably 20 plays.
That's a waste.
It was a waste.
Yeah.
Had I redshirted, I may have had a chance to even get a free agent workout or drafted, because I was all independent my senior year.
No sacks, right?
No, I gave up plenty of sacks. No, I gave up. I gave up a sack on the first drive against Miami. We played the U, and I gave up a sack on the first drive. And I remember this so vividly, sitting in their locker room. First of all, the Orange Bowl was a dump. I remember that. And I remember we had a walkthrough at this high school that was also a dump. And I remember everyone was really nervous. And Norris came.
We were pissing our pants.
Norris came in to try to break the ice.
Yeah,
do you remember what he said? I'll never forget what he said.
What he said?
He goes, "Are you guys scared?" He goes, "It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be nervous." He goes, "I'm scared too. I'm scared we're going to drop 21 on them in the first quarter." That's what he said. That's what he said to break the ice. So I just remember. So I go out, and I was confident. I was ready to go. I was pumped. We're playing the number 1 team in the country, and then I remember hearing AC/DC Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
I remember the fog, and I remember these animals running out of the tunnel, fucking doing cartwheels, backflips, and they were just massive. And I was like, holy fuck.
I felt like we were playing the defending Super Bowl champions.
Randy said in an interview that he thought they would beat NFL teams. They were, and they probably would have. Half that roster played in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, them and one of the Alabama teams is as close as it's going to get, because all those guys, both like all starters, ended up starting in the NFL at one point.
Yeah. I mean, Brent Romberg did. William Joseph went to the Giants. Woolfolk went to the Patriots. I played against Jerome McDougal. He was the number 1 pick for the Eagles. I played in NFL Europe with a guy on that team. He was a white guy. His name was Matt something. He was from Florida. He was a great guy.
Was he the D tackle?
He was one of the inside guys. Yes.
Yeah, because he was the only white guy. I remember him too.
Yes.
He wasn't bad.
Yeah. He played with me. He remembered me too. And it was funny because on our bye week, I went on vacation with him.
Nice.
And stayed with him. And Delbert Cowsett, who was another he played at Maryland. And we went on vacation together, and I was with Matt. I didn't know him or anything, but like I have all these pictures, from the Eiffel Tower and everything with Matt. It's just Matt and I. It looks like we're a couple. Like
you and Rusty from European vacation.
Yes, that's what it looked like. It was crazy. But I just when they came out of that tunnel, I got scared when I saw the fog. The thunder struck, and I see, backflips, cartwheels, just hooting and howling. Like they had the best entrance ever. And
best uniforms, best tinted visors, best players. Larry Coker. Larry Coker. Hey!
Larry Coker, the gargoyle. Yeah, he looked like a gargoyle. He did. He looked like a gargoyle.
He did.
Kellen Winslow. I remember. I think it was you. You used to do the voice for Tyler. Dear Kellen, I'm coming to kick your ass. Dear
everyone in the D-line room did it.
Dear Joshua Quibbs.
Yeah.
I'm Tyler. I'm coming for you. Dear
Clark,
Seneca.
Chris Clark would do it really well too.
Dear Seneca Wallace.
Oh my God, that guy, so funny. Yeah, we were lucky to get alive out of there. When the game was over, we
played him pretty well. I mean, we Randy
21 points. 21 points felt like we got into the playoffs. Like
Randy bragged about it because we won the second half. Technically,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, we won the second half. That was a big deal.
Like a real politician.
Because they didn't play their starters. So it was the first drive. We moved the ball a little bit, and it's crazy because it was like 4 months ago. I have no idea. I was up, and I found the TV copy of the game on YouTube.
Nice.
And I watched it. And I just watched to see myself. And I played pretty good. Like, I remember I graded out well that game, and I never graded out well because McMichael hated my technique. It was the second, third down of our first drive. Jerome McDougal is just dancing as we break the huddle. And he's like, Orlovsky, I'm coming for you. I'm going to kick your ass. And I remember I was in my 2-point stance, and I looked back and I said, Dan, he ain't lying. I said, I'll try to get in his way. He said, just throw the ball. Please throw the ball.
You guys were so funny with throwing the ball away. Stop worrying about your goddamn completion percentage and throw the fucking ball away.
That was Randy's thing. Live the fight another day. Yeah. That was his thing. So I kick set. McDougal gave me a one-arm stab, and I was done. And he just Dan stepped up, and McDougal got him. So I come off, and I was talking to Norris, and I'm like, this guy is 100 times the athlete that I am. There's no way that like I can kick set and use technique with him. The only chance I have is to just fight him.
Yeah,
to just
strength.
Give him everything I got.
You were very strong.
So I changed my technique. Every time we threw the ball, I just short set him.
Yeah.
I came and I attacked him.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
And it worked because he couldn't tell run pass.
There wasn't enough time for him to do anything.
Right. He couldn't tell run pass. I could get my hands on him at least. And I didn't give up another sack after that. And that's why I graded out well. And I was pretty good with him in the run game. We moved a little bit in the run game.
You never had a problem in the run game.
No, I was a good I was a good run blocker. I was a good run blocker. I give myself that. I wasn't the best on the back side of zone or power when you had to try to cut off. But anytime front side, I was really good because I vividly remember the Iowa State game, and the big play was Terry Colley's. He had like a 60-yard touchdown run.
Might have been longer.
It might have been longer. I have to check, but we ran counter.
Mhm.
Now, Norris always knew we can't run counter left because Colley can't pull for shit. So we ran it front side, and we ran it to my side, to the right. And I remember, you leave the defensive end for the guard, and the front side linebacker, the tackle gets. I had to go to the backside linebacker. And I remember you're supposed to jab step to try to get the end the wide and go, for the timing. And I got to the backside linebacker. I got just enough on him. And then Terry Colley was out the gate, and he got it for a touchdown. I'll never forget that play.
You saw the 4-2 right there.
Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah. I remember that because, if I had missed the backside linebacker, he would have got there. But I got just enough on him.
Do you know anyone who could do the miles per hour on that tape or something? Because they didn't have it.
Schumann can. Schumann can do it.
Yo, we should take some TC highlights and see what he was. He might be clocking out at 22, 23 miles an hour. Because he was short, so he had to be going faster to be covering all that distance.
Yeah, no, he was a 4.2, 4.3 easy.
And his stride, I remember you could always tell a fast guy's or super athletic guy's stride when he's in full speed, he covers 5 yards in two steps.
Two steps. Yeah.
2 steps. Yeah. And he was doing that at 5.7.
And I remember they interviewed me for a story on Terry Colley. And I just hated the nickname. They called him Mighty Mouse. I thought
I know. It was stupid.
But I said, Terry Colley is special. He can run inside. He can run outside. He breaks tackles, and he's got breakaway speed. He can do it all. And then he can catch the ball as well, and he picks up blitzes. And I remember, I think it was Kevin Nathan who was doing the story. He was like, man, he's like, you speak really well. Like, you should get into broadcasting and do communications. I go, yeah, I'd love to. That's what I'd like to do. But I remember I still have the video of the story they did on Terry Colley because he was the leading freshman rusher in the nation.
Yeah.
He outrushed Maurice Claret. Yeah. He outrushed Maurice Claret.
Yep.
And he played in less games.
Yeah.
Because they held him out of the Miami game.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't hurt or anything, but they did it just for preventative purposes.
Yeah.
They didn't want him to get hurt. So he didn't play in Miami, and I don't know if he played in Georgia Tech either, just because they wanted to protect him. But he was so freaking special. And I remember after the Iowa State game, I thanked Terry Colley and I thanked Orlovsky. I said, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. You guys made my senior year special.
Yeah.
If we didn't have you, we would not have, come back and been 6-6. And for the 4 years of freaking hell we went through, you guys made it all worth it. And I just wanted to thank you for it. Because Dan was a sophomore. Yeah. And he stepped up.
Played great.
He had 20 touchdowns and I think 5 interceptions. He was very good with the ball, but I think he had 3,000 yards passing. And then Terry Colley had I always brag because you know, our O-line, we took care of business, but he did a lot of work too. He had 1,200 and something yards rushing, and he averaged 5 point something yards a carry. He was unbelievable. And my other big memory of him was we were playing it was either Kent State or Florida Atlantic, and we threw a crack screen. And the crack screen was the wide receiver comes down and cracks the linebacker. The tackle pulls flat and has to kick out the corner. And we had the perfect call because they blitzed into it. They brought a big blitz. They brought the linebacker and they brought the corner. They brought, like, which we called cowboy back then. So they threw the ball to Terry, and there was nobody for me to block. And I look back and I like waved for him. I waved him. You can see me wave him with my hand. It's on the highlight tape. And I'm running downfield. He passes me. I just want to hit someone. So I turned back and I ran back, and I ended up drilling one of the linebackers.
Oh.
And I got yelled at for it. They're like, Steve, if there's nobody there, just keep going. Don't turn back and you know, blindside someone and get a stupid penalty, do something stupid.
Right.
But I was just so excited. I wanted to hit someone.
Best.
But yeah, he was so dynamic and such a difference maker. And it's just so it's so disappointing that he had that injury. And see, I was watching the game. You were actually there. So do you remember the Virginia Tech game when he got hurt?
Yeah.
Did you know that it was serious at the time?
Yeah, because he couldn't put any weight on it. And then I got a stinger and went into the locker room right before halftime.
Oh.
So me and him were in there at the same time, and I could see that it was not good.
Like, it was the worst ever.
Yeah, he everyone was like, you know, upset. And I was like, fuck, that's not good.
And they kept showing the replay of it on TV, and I was like, oh my God. Like, he tore absolutely everything. And it took him 2 years to come back.
Yeah.
But the Bellamy always tells a story because Bellamy was going to get moved to wide receiver because he was third on the depth chart. So he was taking reps at receiver, and the following week, Cornell Brockington became the starter, and then Bellamy rotated with him.
Yeah.
He got moved back to running back, so he talked about it, and they both tore it up.
Yeah,
they had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
They were incredible backs. And then the funniest thing was Brockington, because when Terry came back, Brockington ended up leaving a year early. He declared for the NFL draft a year early, and everyone thought, like, what the fuck is he doing? But he knew, like, I'm not going to see playing time. I got Bellamy and I got Cauley.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to play. I got to take a shot. And he was like an introvert. He didn't talk much.
Yeah. Very cool.
I remember. And he went to the Redskins and he didn't make it. And then even Bellamy, the show I do with him, like, nobody knows where he is. Nobody knows anything about him. I'd love to track him down.
Yeah, maybe Baylock.
You know what? You're probably right. Baylock would know.
Yeah.
Baylock would know. But yeah, man, that Miami game, it was just unbelievable. And you guys had Willis McGahee coming at you.
Oh.
Ken Dorsey.
Yep.
Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, whew, unbelievable. However, we were the only team in the country to block a punt on them.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know if you remember that. Yeah.
Who blocked it?
I'm not even sure who blocked it, but we were the only team ever that year to block it. And Dallas Salva had the longest kick return that Miami gave up all year.
Nice.
You remember that?
Dude, I remember him. He was my roommate freshman year. It was hysterical.
Oh, I love Jason. He's out of his mind, but I love him.
He's another guy you got to have on the team, like Taxi. Like, you need a guy like that.
I know. I wish he never left. But I remember we took the ball in the first drive. The ball was kicked like 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Yeah.
And Della Salva fucking takes it out.
That's the balls he had. That's what I loved about him.
He was taking it out regardless. And he only got to like the 15-yard line. He got destroyed.
Yeah.
But I was like, this motherfucker, he's out of it. Just take a knee. Nope. Ran it out. Fucking ran it out.
Real football player.
Well, if you remember, okay, you weren't on the team. Yeah, maybe you were. We played Middle Tennessee State. Did you come in 2000 or 2001? It was 01, right?
2000.
It was 2000. Okay.
Sophomore year.
We played Middle Tennessee State at home.
I remember that. We got our dicks kicked in.
Yes.
Randy was crowd surfing at halftime.
Yes, that's when he was going through the crowd. Yeah, absolutely. And Dallas Salva had to play running back because we were down so much. They moved him to running back.
Yeah.
Because he was such a good athlete. And I remember it was just like they scored on us. We scored on them quick. And Randy's like, I don't want this to be a shootout. And well, he got his wish. It wasn't a shootout. It ended. And I remember in the fourth quarter, we kicked the field goal. And I was like, why? And the final score was 66-10.
Oh, dude, they were running no huddle, and we couldn't catch a breather. They couldn't get subs in fast enough. We were getting worked.
Oh, it was nobody expected it.
And everyone on that team.
Well, their running back played in NFL Europe and played for the Bears.
Irvin. His last name, I think, was Irvin. And also Tyrone Calico, the wide receiver. Calico
was huge.
He got drafted like the third round by Tennessee. He was legit. He was a player.
No, I remember. They had a squad. And then we played them there the following year. We played them a little bit better.
Not much.
They didn't drop 66 on us at least.
Yeah.
But we always
is that where Rashad had that awesome catch in the back of the end zone?
Yeah, that was at Middle Tennessee State. Yes.
That was such a great catch.
Yes. It was a struggle for us because we really could not run the ball.
Yeah.
We had Chandler Poole, Evan Benson, and they were okay, but nobody really did much. And, we always thought it was just the offensive line. We sucked.
Yeah.
And then Terry Cawley comes in. And, now I feel like, oh, well, maybe we weren't as bad as we thought we were. Maybe the backs were just blind and didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Right.
And because it was funny because Chandler Poole started the Miami game, played the whole game.
Oh, my God.
Because they helped Terry Cawley out. And I think they may have given Evan Benson a couple carries. And I think it was the year before that they brought in Justin Spence, who I thought was a pretty good, legit kind of mid fullback, tailback type. And he ended up leaving. He transferred. He went to IUP.
Oh, yeah.
You remember Justin Spence?
Him and Trent Jones went there.
Trent left too. That's right.
Arguably the funniest guy on the team when he was there.
He was hysterical. He
like so goddamn funny. So fucking funny.
He could do it all. It was unbelievable.
I still have a story that's so inappropriate.
Well, that's okay. That's what this show is for.
Oh my god!
Is it about Trent Jones? Or
we're all in the team meeting room, and I feel like this is your senior year. If not, it's the next year. Oh, it was so fucking funny. So it's spring break, and we're all in team, and we're having a team meeting before everyone goes out. Randy's giving his whole fucking spiel, and Randy's like trying to be cool and stuff, and he's like, "So where's everyone going?"
Oh,
and Trent screams out, "A couple of brothers going to Senegal," but he didn't say brothers. And when he dropped Senegal, it was just the fucking funniest thing.
Yes,
of all time.
Yes. I was there. I do remember that.
Where's everyone going? A couple of brothers going to Senegal.
I remember that. I remember that so vividly because
the place lost it. We were rolling.
That was the worst spring break for me because we were supposed to go. Everyone was going to Jamaica. I always went on spring break with Ed, Kraus, Woody, Timko, and we were going to Jamaica. And I was told you just needed a copy. You needed a copy of your birth certificate to get on the plane. So the person who told me this was Ed and Jaychuk.
Okay.
So our flight was at like midnight. Ed and I decide it's in March. Ed and I decide to put shorts and Hawaiian t-shirts on to get on the flight. Everyone's going crazy. So I go and I give my passport, my birth certificate. They're like, "What's this?" I go, "This is my copy of my birth certificate." They're like, "No, you need your actual birth certificate or a passport." I go, "Oh, I don't have that." They're like, "Well, you can't come on the flight." I was like, "What?" Like, "Yes." So I remember I called home, and they're like, "There's another flight leaving in the morning. You can get on that." And my father's like, "Okay, so they want me to fly out there, drive out there, and bring you your birth certificate." There's no way I'm doing that, driving there and back. So they all got on the plane, and I was like totally dejected. I called Rashad. This Rashad was home. Rashad came and picked me up, and he said, "You want to go? You want Jamaica? I'll show you Jamaica." So he takes me to a bar, and it's a reggae bar. They're playing reggae music and everything, and it was great. And we got shit faced, and his friend lit up a blunt in the bar.
Unreal.
And so we're smoking weed in the bar, and the bouncer comes, and he's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And Rashad's like, "What do you mean?" The guy goes, "Is that marijuana?" And Rashad's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, you guys are out. You got to go." And Rashad's like, "What do you mean? This is a reggae bar. We can't smoke weed in here." And we got kicked out. It was absolutely hysterical. And then we went back to his friend's house, and like I don't smoke, and I smoked, and I ate everything, as you know. I can't stop eating. So, and then the next day I ended up going home with my friend. My friend went to BU, and she was going home. Her parents were coming up. So they gave me a ride back home. So I spent that spring break at home, and the guys thought it was funny. They took pictures of Tabasco sauce in a chair like I was there, because I put Tabasco sauce on everything. It's like those motherfuckers. But yeah, that was my spring break.
We put rubbing alcohol in Tyler King's beer.
Oh, it's great. That's so great. And he didn't notice.
Not
I think
really.
I heard that. I heard that story where you would sip it and then go.
Yeah. But then go
I'm-
back for more.
I am so excited that tomorrow you and Tyler King will be together.
Yeah.
Tyler King texted me today and he asked me if there was a promo code. And I text Razul. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I go, Razul, is there some promo code? Tyler's asking. He goes, is Tyler like, does he just want to come for free? Is that what he's trying to do?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, there's no fucking promo code. And I told Tyler, he's like, oh, it's just $70. I'll pay for it. It's fine. And he's a maniac. And he's got a fight coming up May 24th.
Where is that?
That's the one that's it's south of Worcester. It's for Cage Titans. And he's been talking shit to this guy for months.
Is it in Springfield?
I thought it was for Cage Titans, but he put it up on social media. I gotta double check it.
Yo, I might go check that out because I got some family.
I want to go.
I got some family up there.
I want to. I 100% want to go. Because I think he's just gonna get knocked out. But he's tomorrow night. He's like, I don't know if I can drink. Because I'm in training, and I'm like, Tyler, your fight's 6 weeks away. You can have a few drinks. I'm gonna text him right now and ask him. Did you see the UFC thing, where he got knocked out?
Oh yeah,
in front of everyone? That's the greatest thing ever.
I show that to people, and I'm like, that's my boy. That's my guy.
It was amazing. He got knocked out in less than a minute.
Yeah.
He looked like he was dead. And then the camera pans to his mother. His mother looks like she looks scared to death. And then they pan to Rogan and Dana White. And they're just like,
yo, so Steve, his dad
was so great.
Awesome.
The polar opposite.
Is he still around, Steve?
Yeah. Right, he still does stuff with the Pats.
So his mom, we sleep over there one weekend in North Attleboro.
Oh, I went there too once.
And we're up. It's like, whatever, 9 o'clock in the morning, and he's home. So he's still sleeping in while like 2 or 3 of his teammates are hanging around.
Already up. Yeah.
So his mom goes, watch this. I'm going to wake him up. She fucking gets.
Kathy?
Yeah, she gets like a Marine blowhorn and is like, like to his ear in his bed. And he flips and falls off the bed like Kramer, big time.
Oh, that's amazing. That is so amazing.
He was literally a Division I Kramer.
Well, he came, I always say this. He came in and he was a 21-year-old freshman.
Yes, and redshirted.
And he redshirted. It was like, amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
He did a PG year at Avon Old Farms.
Yeah,
he got held back a year in high school. I mean, he didn't graduate till he was 26. I mean, it was crazy.
Which is normal now.
Yeah, now they do that, but I mean, it just blew my mind. But I can't wait for the fight because now what he does, I do MMA show with him, and he's actually pretty good on it when he gives his analysis, but he'll call people out every now and then, which is great when he talks shit about people. But he gives really good insight and analysis, and his show does pretty well. So it's funny. And I'm so psyched to see him. He came to one of the games that I went to, and I was meeting with Burton because I was talking with Burton. I'm like, listen, just sponsor us. Add our content to Store Central. We'll help you out. We can do this. You need to add some content. And Burton, I don't know if it was Burton or D'Amelio, because I think D'Amelio's part of it too. They ended up, vetoing it because, as you know, Dave and I are kind of, we'll tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's not all sunshine and roses.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna sit and wait for Jaden Rashada, whatever his name is, outside the Burton Center. I'm gonna stay there all week. And if he shows up, I'm gonna tackle him. But yeah, so Burton ended up. He did give us money to sponsor us for a little while, but he wouldn't add us.
Okay.
Kevin Freeman is planning on adding us in July.
Okay.
Because that's when they do the budget. He said he had already earmarked money for us, and Phil Hunt has said that too. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. But I did want to say also, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Holy shit!
Talk to me.
It was by far the best.
Yeah,
I have to say. It doesn't come close.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
Yeah. I had only watched it one other time.
Yeah.
So I didn't know it well. But after watching Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade, Raiders of the Lost Ark blew both of them away. Yeah. Like it was just amazing.
How about that howitzer of a handgun?
I listened to that because of you, and I had the volume up, and I woke my parents up. I was watching it at like midnight, and I turned the volume up just because of you. And my mother comes running out saying, "What are you doing up there? What the hell's going on?" I'm just watching a movie. It's like, turn the volume down. It was hilarious. But yeah, it was by far the best. It was by far the best. But so your recommendation is The Burbs.
Yo, I'm telling you, get on The Burbs. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay, you're in for a fucking treat, dude. So Corey Feldman is in it. He's always a great 80s guy.
I like him, yes.
Tom Hanks is at the pinnacle of his normal acting, but in comedic roles. He had Big, The Burbs, and The Money Pit. Have you seen The Money Pit?
No.
And Splash, too. People like Splash is good, too. All right, The Money Pit and The Burbs are my two favorite. He also did Turner and Hooch. There's a lot. Before Philadelphia, it was all like he was the funny guy. Like him and Michael Keaton. Him and Michael Keaton were competed almost for every role that either one got, except Batman.
He did Big. Yeah, I remember that. So The Burbs is great. There's he did you see Big? So do you remember in Big? Love Big.
Where he eats the gross thing at the party and he like spits it out, and that's
of course.
Yeah. So he does that in The Burbs, but it's perfected. It's better.
Oh. All right. I'll definitely watch that.
Also, Bruce Dern is in it. Bruce, and he's funny. He plays like the right-wing vet neighbor, but he's on Tom Hanks' side. There's this the Klopeks is this family that just moved in. Klopek, what is that? Slavic? You'll hear that a bunch. And so basically, they all are scared. They don't know what's going on. They what happened here?
Nothing. I was just checking to see if it worked.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
I'm in the middle of a monologue here.
Sorry, no. I just had to make sure it worked.
Can you edit that?
Julius. Yeah. I'll pull it out. It just was 2 seconds. So
right
go ahead.
after you're done with our summary.
Go ahead with Bruce Dern.
So he's great in it. And then there's this other guy, I forget his name, but he's in Groundhog Day, and he's got another line in Groundhog Day where he's like, "Oh yeah, just go ahead, Bill, put that anywhere." They drop
Was it Richard Dreyfuss or no?
No, hold on, I'm gonna find it right now. So anyway, The Burbs is really fucking funny, and I highly recommend that. And back that up with The Money Pit, because he does it around the same time, same type of humor. The guy I'm talking about is Rick Dukuman.
Okay.
Dukuman.
Okay.
Wendell Shaw is in it, and she's the mom in she does the mom's voice in, what is it? Is it American Dad or? Yeah, she's the mom's voice in American Dad.
Okay.
And Carrie Fisher's in it.
Oh, Carrie Fisher's in it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's the wife. She plays Tom Hanks's wife. Oh, and here's the trivia. If there's any movie listeners still watching or listening to us, in the movie The Burbs, there's a scene where Tom Hanks is relaxing because it's a vacation at home, and he's watching what's his name's Neighborhood?
Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So he's watching it in this movie and then stars in it years later.
Don't spoil it for me. Yeah. All right. So we are going to sign off, and we're going to get to the Trench Mob podcast, which
I need like, is it already, can I get like 20, 30 minutes? And I jump in?
Take whatever you want. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So I have to just thank our last sponsor, Ned Von Young, Fresh Fold Laundry Company. They're a high-end laundry service. You can book online. You drop your clothes off. You pick them up. They wash, dry, and fold them at lightning speed record. They have an online subscription service where you can book weekly or bi-weekly to do your laundry. And they have deals for college students. They're just outside of Chapel Hill, University of North Carolina Central, Duke University students. You can get they have deals and specials and offers for all you guys. Go to the website. It is freshfold-laundry.com. And then finally, Razul Wallace and his fundraising dinner for the House of Changes. It's tomorrow from 6 o'clock to 9:30. Swift Factory in Hartford. The legendary Chef Cisco is cooking. We're going to have a great time. I am your keynote speaker. That's the only reason you should go. And it's going to be a blast. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. Just Google House of Changes tickets, and we'll also have a link in the show notes. So for the great Sean Mulcahy, we will see him again soon. He's going to get to see some talent from the Trench Mob, which is scary. I am Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back at life.